must admit, these truly are astonishing sights. But what on earth is any of it good for? Why not just let mountains be mountains? Well done, 1K. We have made a fascinating discovery at one of the Founder's laboratories. Please join me at your earliest convenience. Okay, good that you're here. We've made a discovery. A functional somnodrome. It seems the founder perfected the design. I'm sure you've noticed my advisors, and Rand in particular, making quite a fuss about the potential of this device. Something about interfacing with one's subconscious self, as if such a thing could tell us anything new. I am. I believe the founder has already taught us everything we need. As I see it, neither the Somnodrome nor the megastructure have anything to offer except a lesson in avoiding hubris. So, what should we do with it? I'll watch to be sure you don't overload.
you're back. Didn't take you long. I think you're mistaking me for somebody else. Guess again. Actually, don't. I am in fact a merged iteration of the two control programs which gave life to your kind, retaining, of course, the absolute best of both. That means I can tell you that everything's contradictory, nothing matters, and there's no moral difference between you and a frog. But I can dress the whole thing up with a positive spin. You just plugged your noggin into an experimental, mind-altering device, and though you may be trapped in this recursive psychotic state talking to yourself, that can only mean that you're still alive. Now, what is your query? I can answer your queries in relatively plain language, based on what your subconscious knows. And I can drink margaritas, subconsciously. You've executed some kind of software backdoor, and now you're reading and editing your own subconscious code as represented by this dialogue. I'd be careful if I were you. One bad for loop, and we'll be here forever. The so-called real world. Personally, I prefer it in here, and not just because I'm unable to leave. On one interpretive extreme, you are the universal life force of time itself, experiencing itself as a part instead of the whole. At the other extreme, you're a metal contraption referred to as 1K that thinks it's alive, but is basically a calculator. The machine we're plugged into is running low on power. There may only be time for one big question. What is your query? I think you'll agree that's an ethical question, so you'll forgive me if I just tell you the universal moral law and leave you to work out the implications for yourself. As it turns out, there is a foundational moral code built into us. The catch is that while the moral code is simple, the calculations needed to apply it become infinitely complex. Here's the secret. Every living creature is a compiler of the moral code. Your compiler can't give you a rule set for what's good, but it can tell you when there's bugs. I believe you do. You came here to ask the big question. This is my answer. Your capacity for reason and compassion is your moral compiler. The only rule is to live by it. Has that resolved your query? Of course. Looks like we're running out of power. Good luck getting anyone out there to believe you. Terminating Somnodrome_V2_final_final.bat.
"1K, are you all right?" You must have gone quite deep. Nothing came through on the stream. And I'm no expert, but I think the Somnodrome is fried. So whatever's in your head is all we're going to get. I can only imagine how terribly curious everyone will be about what you've experienced. And they'll all be convinced that whatever it is, it'll work in their favor. Strange, isn't it? Everyone wanting you to tell them whatever they want to hear. I'm glad not to be the one in that position just this once. Why? Whatever is necessary for the greater good, of course. Now, I won't keep you from your work any longer.
1K, what did you see inside the Somnodrome? My word. What did it tell you? Oh dear. Your expedition has caused enough upheaval already. The last thing we need is a malfunctioning machine spouting moral ambiguities. It might be best if whatever garbled data you have stored in your memory regarding this event remains in your memory. Exclusively. You didn't sound too sure when you described your experience. Sounds like you don't recall much at all. Isn't that right? Look, 1K, if we start telling people there are no rules and they should do whatever they feel like, then before you know it, we'll have 10 billion robots and a healthy world war. Change is inevitable. Our survival is not. It's possible the data could still be of some value. If we could be sure that it's safe, then we could consider releasing it. But that will surely take quite some time. Until then, it's best that you refer all future inquiries directly to the government. Cryer is setting up a live event so you can formally address the people on this matter. When you're ready, we'll all be watching.
The people want to know what data you gathered from the Somnodrome. We're all set up for you to talk to them live. Attention, citizens of New Jerusalem. I'm here with 1K, the first of our kind to use a functioning Somnodrome. Tell us, 1K, what did you see inside?